I'm too jet lagged for an intro. Reddit on Wiki starts right now.
Get therapy.
What is up, WikiManiacs, and welcome back to another Reddit Readings episode. I'm your host today, the Punny Pinoy John, and with me as usual are my favorite boys that I miss so much, Josh and Sean. What's up, fellas?
How's it going?
Hello.
Oh, beautiful eyes, Sean.
You.
Yeah. Looking good.
What's up, boys?
Not much. We just had an election here, but I don't know the results, obviously, because it's after this recording, but before this episode.
How does it feel? Because in America, it sure felt like Trump was winning before it happened. Did Trump and his ways bring y'all closer to the left? I hope so. Because I know y'all are going through a weird Trump era as well.
Yeah, there's still parts of the country. I don't know what, I honestly don't know what our provincial election will bring us.
Mexico is left. It would be nice if y'all were also left, and then we
Sandwich us.
can slowly get fixed.
You know?
We'll see. You guys usually influence culture, so
that's
I don't know how much it works the other way around.
Well, boys, this is the first episode of March. Holy crap, man. What the hell? And speaking of March, we don't have a merch design yet because Peak Behind the Scenes is still February as we're recording this, but
we have an idea.
We kind of have an idea. We're thinking, what did we say we were thinking about, Sean?
The March Madness 69 jersey design.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, but before we do that, don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel. I heard that we got 30,000 subscribers.
We did. Yes.
Let's go.
We did on an episode with Chris. So
Wow. What
Chris
an
is
honor.
the needle mover.
He is.
But thanks again to everyone for purchasing actually the Gaycation merch. I bet you Josh is going to have more details for that later, but you guys did a good thing. Like we mentioned before, 50% of all proceeds for that is going to go towards directly to the Trevor Project. So shout out to y'all, WikiManiacs. And if you like what we do, consider being a patron, YouTube member if you want bonus stories, ad-free episodes, and all that as well. But anything before we get started, boys?
Yeah, I can get in quickly to the numbers currently, and this is before February has ended.
Mm-hmm.
We have raised $750. Not exactly, but I'm rounding. For the Trevor Project. So thank you very much for everyone. I just thought I'd put a cap on that.
That's all you, WikiManiacs. So we appreciate y'all for doing that for us and the Trevor Project as well. Also, last announcement before we get started. I think it's very important to highlight. We did have one WikiManiac reach out to us, and hopefully, if anyone in the Dallas area can, be on the lookout and help with this. But one of our Discord channel members, Pippin Lower Score 3, reached out to us, and I'm kind of just reading what they sent on Discord. Basically, their grandmother has been missing for over a week now. She left Utah for Dallas around the week of February 20th, and her phone has been off since her last pinged area. If anyone has seen her, please contact the authorities. And I think, Josh, we can put like the sign over as an image. So hopefully, if you guys have the information, please contact the proper authorities and help our Wikimaniac out. And hopefully we can get them back home safely.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, I have 4 stories. Two of them, it's going to be like a sandwich, basically. The first and the last, kind of long, multiple updates, and then kind of short ones in the middle.
Okay. The left and right sandwich.
Yeah.
Like Sean wants.
Yeah. All right. First story of the day. This one is cross-posted by one of our goats, Fred Lower Score Gomez, 37. Shout out, Fred. My wife does not hate you.
Wow. You asked her?
I did. She said you're not really on the radar yet.
She
so,
says
I mean,
the list.
she says, I don't hate him. I pity him.
yeah, Fred's not on the list yet, but Fred, be careful.
It gets
buddy.
outrageous with it. I'm surprised he's not on the list.
Be careful out there, all right? The title of this story is actually cross-posted from r/relationship advice. The title is, I lost my wife 3 years ago, started dating again, and new girlfriend wants to visit my wife's grave.
Okay. Seems like a
A
wholesome.
similar one we've done, right?
This is gonna be a wholesome one, boys.
Okay, thank God. I hope it was. I was like, this could go so terribly where it's just like, I'm gonna go deface her grave. It's like, Jesus. Okay, but I'm glad you said wholesome.
All right.
The last one that we did that was similar to this was also wholesome.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I figured it would be more that route because what kind of evil person would?
Listen, I'm broken by some of these stories.
That's fair. That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
I am one of many who lost someone in that damn 2020. She was my world, and we had our future all set up. She wanted children too by 2021, and then she was gone. I felt I had lost all sense of purpose, and after an agonizing year, moved away, not too far, but not close either. I didn't feel like I could breathe in that town. Still, every Saturday, I get back and visit her resting place. I just functioned for about 2 years. I'm not depressed or anything like that, but I just functioned. Until I met who we call Ada last year. We started talking and hanging out together. She can be a bit, I don't know this word. Is it pronounced haughty? H-A-U-G.
I think it's
H-A-U-G-H-T-Y?
yeah, haughty.
What the hell does that mean? She can be a bit
Uh,
haughty.
You know what? I actually don't know the definition. I just have heard it before.
Disdainful?
Arrogant.
Oh,
Is that correct?
it's like she could maybe like standoffish in this context? I don't know.
Yeah, big
Okay,
attitude.
let's go
big
with that.
attitude. Big attitude.
Yeah, I'm learning words as we go, all right, people? So forgive
I
us
think
here.
maybe OP's learning words. I think we Googled it, found the definition. I feel like OP might be wrong.
Yeah. To be fair, we're all learning words.
Yeah. I don't know how to read, guys, so you should know. She can be a bit haughty with people she doesn't know well, but I was surprised to find out how sweet and kind she is under the ice.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, maybe in that
makes
context.
sense.
Yeah,
In
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just arrogant to people she doesn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like that. I'm like that with people I don't fuck.
For sure. Yeah. Lots of people are.
She gave me something to look forward to again. She likes to do most of the talking herself, which is fine with me because I never know what to say. She knows everything about my wife, and this doesn't discourage her. She knows I'm doing therapy and still mourning, but she never left me alone. I asked her to tell me if anything I do or say makes her feel uncomfortable or like she's not a priority. She said that as of now, I am doing nothing of the sort. She knows what I do every Saturday morning and never objected to it. But today she said she would like to meet her, as in accompany me in visiting her grave. I feel conflicted about this. On one hand, I respect and feel touched by her wish. On other, it feels weird for a guy to take the new girlfriend where the first wife is buried. How should I approach this? Is it too soon, or should I ask her to wait for that?
Okay, I'm going way out of my depth. This is me parenting advice. I will say, I think it's up to you.
Yeah.
I think this is your
Mhm.
trauma, your past, and I think only you can decide when you're ready for her to come. I don't. It doesn't sound like she's demanding that she goes. She just asked, but I think that's up to you, and I think you can freely express that, or you should feel safe enough to be able to express that. I'm not comfortable right now, but I in the future I could see a time where I could bring you. Yeah, I think that's my advice. I'll go with that.
Same. Pretty much. I mean, I have nothing really else to say. Like Josh said it, you could, you believe in an afterlife or something, you could try and communicate, whatever you believe in with them. But truly it's upon yourself. You gotta, if that's within your comfort zone, then yeah. Either way, you should feel blessed that they are excited to eventually, meet your wife. And yeah, I mean, so far so good. Wholesome story.
Yeah.
Also, I want to give credit to OP here. Like, there's a lot of people who, sometimes use grief as a way to kind of like lash at people in a way, and which is unfortunate,
Yeah,
but sometimes it happens.
Everyone grieves, and they're different.
everyone
Yes.
grieves differently. I do appreciate that, even though you met someone new in your life, like you're very respectful of like your personal boundaries, and also letting them know like, hey, this is a big part of my life.
Mhm.
This is kind of who I am. I'm still want to honor like my relationship with my ex-wife. Sounds like they still love them in a lot of ways
Yeah.
too. So
Great communication.
yes,
Mhm.
for you to be very transparent, and it sounds like this guy is pretty much in tune with his emotions too. So like I really appreciate that about this OP, and going to a therapist and learning how to like possibly handle your grief is a great thing too. So I think OP's taking a lot of right steps here.
We love a mentally healthy king,
Absolutely.
or at least striving to be mentally healthy.
Perfect way to put it, Josh.
Because not everyone is, I guess. That's I'm not. It is February in Canada. I am not doing well mentally.
There are some edits, and then there are 2 updates here, so I'm just gonna go through that as well. So edit. I talked about this with my therapist. She feels that based on what she knows about Ada and the way she always behaved about this, that bringing her to my wife's grave will probably be a positive thing. I told Ada that if she feels like it, I'd be glad to take her with me this Saturday. She was happy to hear this, and she usually works on Saturday mornings, but said she'd take the morning off with me. I feel a bit of an emotion I can't define about this, but I think it will be a good thing. So Ada seems like a great person. Okay. Yeah. And on to the update. So they did provide some additional info in an update. Some Redditors and some people around us were worried that my relationship with Ada is just a rebound. Although I didn't feel that at all because you were very transparent.
How long has it been?
Also, it was like 2 years, wasn't it?
Like 2 years, yeah.
Well, which I mean, everyone
moves on. Not moves on, but like,
well,
moves forward, or that's up to them when they want to, like, do something.
Just because they're dating
life.
somebody else doesn't automatically make it a rebound.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I didn't see that, or I didn't think about that, like reading this. So I don't know.
No.
I don't know what other Redditors saw. I admitted something that I too was worried about, and Ada told me she didn't have long-lasting expectations at first. We began dating in April 2023, but as things progressed and she saw my intentions are serious and I'm committed, her doubts about me were gone. She says we are made of the same stuff. We are 2 loyal, committed, and hardworking people, and she wants a future with me. And so do I. We are looking for a new place to share, and I'm looking for the ring to make my proposal. I admit that one of my biggest concerns is that I don't want to take advantage of her goodwill, even unintentionally. Her kindness and patience are near infinite, but I told her I don't want a relationship to be all about my past. It would not be fair for her. I love that.
goddamn, yeah.
She reassured me.
Guys.
Yeah, it works
wonders, huh?
It works wonders. She reassured me she doesn't feel taken advantage of and that I do a lot to make her feel loved and appreciated for who she is. But at the same, she recognized this is a part of me she's willing to accept to be with me. I fucking love these 2, man.
This is the healthiest relationship we've talked about.
Ever read on the show.
To my surprise, everyone approves of us. My parents, Ada's parents, and my late wife's mother. We never got any backlash. And on to the update. So I told Ada that if she feels like it, I'd be glad to take her with me this Saturday. She was happy to hear this. She usually works on Saturday mornings, but said she'd take the morning off with me. However, I had unexpected things come up for tomorrow. I have to cover for a sick coworker, which means I'll be taken all morning and great part of the afternoon. It happens, and when it happens, I either go on Friday or Saturday. I decided to go this afternoon, and they put we are in Europe, it's evening here, and asked Ada if she wanted to come along, and she readily agreed. We didn't talk much during the drive, and when we arrived, we made our way to my wife's tombstone, and I just said, well, here she is. I fetch the water for the flowers and start my usual routine. Ada just crouched as if to examine it. Then she just helped me with the caretaking routine, removing the dead leaves and flowers, and cleaning the picture and the light. We then took a walk around the cemetery. We talked a bit, and Ada, who's quite the stoic, got a little emotional. She was happy I'd let her in on such what for me is a particularly intimate and sacred place, but also shaken because after all the talking we had done on my late wife, she subconsciously thought of her as someone she'd want to meet and be friends with. But seeing the grave reminded and cemented the fact that this amazing woman is gone. It was a bit of shaking for me to seeing her tear up, since she's the most stoic woman I've ever met. But also made me think how this woman is a rare gem. I don't doubt that in a different circumstances, my late wife and Ada would have been great friends. And I'm a very lucky guy for finding not one, but 2 amazing women which gave and still give me life meaning every day.
God damn.
It sounds like you're a gem yourself, OP. So
Yeah.
you just happen to find 2 amazing women because you're kind of a great guy too, from what it seems like.
Man, that was yeah, I'm happy for them too. I like, obviously he's had tragedy in his life, but sounds like life gifted him with another partner who's willing to stand with him and support him, and yeah, they sound like a great couple. I'm happy for them.
2 very emotionally healthy, aware people.
You love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Like, I always say it's hard to talk after the wholesome ones, and this is especially. I mean, like, you've said everything that we could have hoped was said for this type of thing. Like, you guys are nailing this relationship. Yeah, I mean, some beautiful stuff.
There is one final update.
Okay.
And the final update for this story. Hello, I hope everyone here is well. For a couple of months, I had forgotten about this account, but I gave it a look the other day and read again all the beautiful comments and some very touching private messages. Again, thank you all for your interest and kindness. Ada and I are doing well, and we have found a place to move in together.
Nice.
If all goes well, we'll be living together by July. Last month was the 4th anniversary of my late wife's passing. Ada was with me and held my hand. I was a bit depressed, like I always am on our anniversaries, but Ada made it better. Sometimes I dream about my late wife, her coming back home, but either she never talks or I never remember what she says. However, when I dreamed her that night, in that dream, there was Ada as well, and they met each other. She was very happy about us and told me she's happy Ada is there for me when she can't. I talked with Ada about the dream, and we agreed it's my brain telling me it's okay to move on. I'll always love, honor, and cherish my late wife. But now there is Ada who's given me so much and deserves to be happy, to be loved and to be honored the way she deserves. And I don't intend to disappoint her. As an aside, Ada also said that who knows, it could also be the spirit of my late wife visiting me in the only place she can, my dreams. She says we can see like that if we can take the spiritual approach. Honestly, I wouldn't know. Death is one of those mysteries only those who pass have discovered, and they can't tell us. We are doing well. We have also managed to program our first true vacation together, and I was proud to formally introduce Ada as my partner when my company's CEO invited me to dinner with her husband. It's an exciting new journey, and we are thrilled to see where it will lead us. We are a team, and we have a game plan.
Awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah. Love that. I love when John starts us off with a wholesome one, because Sean really beat Chris and I over the head with the first one last week.
Yeah, but the second one though?
Yeah, it's reversed now. John's gonna beat us over the head with a sad or an
I don't
angry
really
one.
have a. I don't think I have a sad. I don't think I have a sad one today,
Oh,
guys.
okay.
So hopefully,
John's in good mood vacation mode.
Whoa.
yeah. I mean, of all the fun stuff I did, of course I'm in a fucking good mood. Oh man, we did that photo shoot at like a Korean palace. I'm like,
That
I
shit
don't-
was fire.
That
bro.
was sick.
I was, whenever you're the one where she's on the corner, you got your hand up, like, what's up, girl? I could hear you talking.
I was. She was the
I
whole
could
time. She
hear
was
you
like,
spitting game.
she was like, "Hey, shut the fuck up." I was like this. I'm about girl, what you doing right now?
So, shorty, what it do?
Hey, what you doing after this? Can I get your number? Where your man's at?
Your man's got a hat like this?
It's like, hey, girl, with my hug at?
Not the Drake song.
Give me a hug. Give me a fucked up.
Dude, I can't believe he has a Where My Hug At song. That's crazy.
Oh, shit. All right, moving on to the next story. This one is cross-posted by one of our goats. Some argue the goats of goats. Mary Gets 2011.
Whoa.
And this one is cross-posted from one of my favorites, r/malicious compliance.
Ooh, spicy.
Ooh, all right. Title of this one. Boss said no overtime allowed, so I worked exactly 40 hours and let everything fall apart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good. You
Oh,
should
yeah.
be doing more than you're contractually obligated.
You damn right.
Especially if they're not going to pay you more for it.
You damn right, Josh. I love to hear it. Story goes as this. I work in logistics, handling shipments, scheduling deliveries, and tracking inventory. It's a high-stakes job where mistakes cost thousands. For months, we've been severely understaffed after 2 people quit, but instead of hiring replacements, management just dumped their work on the rest of us.
Classic. This is everyone at the American government right now.
Oh,
Every federal worker.
Yeah.
what's that little shit? Doge?
I'm still confused as to what that is and what's happening.
Yeah, I don't
It's
know
just,
either.
I think it's because every time I see Doge, I just clock out mentally. I'm like,
You're like, I
Ain't that
can't
like
handle
the
this.
there's no way
too?
this is an official part of my government right now. There's no fucking way.
Ain't that a cryptocurrency?
It is.
Hey,
That's why
there's
they
a
named it
Dogecoin
after
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, yo, President Musk need to chill, bro.
We have a department named after a meme. There's no fucking way.
That's wild. I've been working 50 to 55 hours a week to keep up, but last Monday, my boss, Steve, called the meeting. Steve said, effective immediately, no overtime will be approved. We need to tighten the budget.
Fuck you, Steve.
Yeah, fuck you, Steve. I asked, so are we hiring replacements? Not at this time. We'll just need to be more efficient. Okay, Steve. You want 40 hours? You got 40 hours.
Time for my 30-minute bathroom break.
Yeah.
I worked exactly 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., not a minute more. When 4 p.m. hit, I logged out, shut down my computer, and walked out whether things were finished or not. Monday was fine. Tuesday, emails started piling up. And by Wednesday, shipments were delayed because our system required manual approvals and I wasn't staying late to do them. By Thursday, customers were complaining. Orders that I normally fix before leaving at 6 or 7 p.m. were now left sitting unresolved until the next morning. Friday morning, I walked into absolute chaos. Steve stormed over. Why weren't the shipments processed last night? OP said, I clocked out at 4, like you said. Overtime isn't allowed, right? He looked furious. Well, you should have managed your time better. I smiled. I was very efficient. I completed everything I could within my 40-hour limit. And by the end of the week, inventory was a mess. Shipments were delayed and customers were threatening to pull contracts. Other departments were complaining because they relied on our work and weren't getting what they needed. Monday morning, an email went out from upper management. Effective immediately, pre-approved overtime is reinstated for critical operations. I grinned. Steve never said a word about it, but he knew. And guess what? 2 weeks later, they finally hired new staff. Funny how that works.
Fucking corporate.
It isn't the consequences of my actions.
We're going to strip the company as bare as we can and then lose everyone, like the contracts and stuff like that. It's just like, I fucking hate it. Everything for the fucking bottom line. No one's lives matter. And I hate when they expect you to do more for free. Like, bitch, I don't see the extra money that you're saving. I get the same amount of fucking money and now even less because I don't get overtime. So yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm working till 4 p.m. and leaving.
Yeah, I mean, he just did what he was told.
Literally.
And by you telling him he needs to be more efficient with his time, you already like, have they not been efficient this whole time? I mean, maybe that should be the talk instead of overtime.
Yeah. Maybe a new system
also,
that doesn't need manual.
Have you seen what they do? They're
Yeah.
probably being very efficient. It's a hard
Yeah.
job.
I'm all about bare minimum when it comes to like corporate life. And they did what they were getting paid to do. And that's all they should do at this point.
Yeah.
I think that's some bullshit.
It also sounds like a super stressful place to work because they're willing to strip it bare to see how much money they can make with like as few people as they can hire. And it's just like, that's a toxic place. I would fucking hate that.
I don't know what they were thinking to think that this was going to be the one that's going to save them money. All of our employees have not been working. We got to cut overtime to save money, but then shit won't get done. So, I mean, what's going to happen?
Yeah. Well, it's because
you didn't take 2 seconds to think this through.
it's because they thought everyone would continue to work the hours. They just wouldn't get paid. But
Hell
people,
no.
People don't do that shit anymore.
fucking
Yeah,
Cheryl.
once you clock out, you're clocked out.
Yeah.
My job also makes it very evident. Like, I mean, we're all kind of salaries, but everyone's tries pretty hard to, leave everything at 4.
Yeah. Good.
After 4, sorry about it.
I can wait till tomorrow.
There are definitely urgent things, but we as an office and as a company, I think, try to keep it pretty organized to where it doesn't ever come to that.
No, I've had meetings where that shit would be stretching like almost close to 5, and immediately it says 5:01, and if they're still talking, they see me all the time logged out. I don't care. And not only that is like I also like, because my office is kind of the same place that we record. I even go out of the way, fucking chuck that laptop on my closet. So I'm like, out of sight, out of mind. I don't see that shit till tomorrow. I'm like notorious and like I'll be the first one there. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm always bright and early, but when it comes to like my time to leave, I'm like y'all can't talk to me no more.
No, that's healthy.
Yeah, even salaried. I was just like, no, fuck that. There was a point in time where like I would be working until like 8 or 9 p.m. and I was like, ugh. You know, like people always wanted to change like hustle culture and all that, but I gave up on that shit a long time ago, bro. I'm like, what's in it for me? Like everyone else is getting richer but my ass, so why the fuck am I going to work harder for you, shareholder?
It's truly, unless it's life or death, there's no reason.
Yeah.
Like it could wait.
I hate that they always say like at my work, at my old work, they're just like, well, we're not performing freaking brain surgery. I'm like, okay, then why the fuck do you want me to finish this right now?
Yeah.
And I will say, if it is life or death, I hope they have enough staff to cover those hours. Because
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, otherwise, I'm not there.
All right, moving on to the next story. This one is from Sean's goat. Too poor for Patreon.
Hey.
Is it a goat or is it a woat?
The title for this one is My Pregnant Wife, 27 female, started treating me like a servant, 28 male. How can I deal with this?
Be a servant for the next couple of months?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably that way where she's just asking for you to do a little extra because she's literally carrying your children. I think that's the bare minimum.
All right, let's get to it. 1 month into her pregnancy, she started suffering from severe vomiting. And they put in brackets, hyperemesis gravidarum, but people widely known as called HG. So I'm going to keep it short like that.
Okay, cool.
She had to go to a hospital and was prescribed with some antiemetics to manage her symptoms. 3 months now into pregnancy, and I do 100% of the household chores. On top of this, I'm still doing a full-time master's degree. I work full-time to pay for everything. She doesn't work or have any responsibilities at all. We don't have sex anymore. Everything smells to her. I can't wash my hair with a shampoo. Even basic soap makes her sick. Every conversation we have, I am walking on ice not to start an argument. If there's something wrong, it's always my fault. She doesn't bother cleaning up her vomit on the sink. She can't clean her own sticky poop in the toilet. I've been taking her puke bowls, meeting her every food craving, getting all her medicines, changing linens, doing all laundry, making sure the house has no smells and plenty of fresh air, etc. But her attitude towards it is less of a thank you for being supportive and more of a welcome to your new life. This is how dad's supposed to be in 2025. Insinuating that there's nothing to be proud of here and that I am just doing an average, okay job. I don't need much praise. It's just that her attitude towards me has changed as if I'm causing her sickness, that it's my fault she's in this situation now. I feel like our relationship has taken a turn. I used to be able to have conversations, but it's been on an endless delay due to her sickness. It's only been 2 months, but it feels like a year. I feel like I need support at this point. How normal is this? Any advice for a fellow 28-year-old? I feel so prepared to become a dad, but now I am questioning the extent of my knowledge of parenthood and what it entails.
Too late now.
Not a father. I will say, I'm happy you're doing all of this stuff.
Yes.
I think you should. I feel that's what a partner should. Don't love that you're complaining, but I gotta say, I also don't love that she's not even a little bit appreciative.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of stinks.
She's also
having
having a hard pregnancy, it sounds like, which sucks.
The smells and everything that's not something you should complain about because she's going through it. She's all the hormone. I mean, again, not a parent, but I imagine all the hormones are affecting what scents are like, what things taste like, etc. So I'm proud of you for trying to keep the air, and I'm proud of you for cooking and doing all of the chores and everything. But I mean, she is kind of right in the fact that, that's what you should be doing. I do think, she could be, you do wish that she would be a little bit happier that you're doing the things. Cause listen, we've had a lot of deadbeats that don't do shit on here. No matter if their pregnant wife has any kind of other sickness, and dealing with any kind of hardships on top of already the hardship of their body changing to accommodate to a human growing in them. But yeah, I mean, I'm proud that you're doing that stuff. You would like to see her more appreciative. And maybe that's just something that, you're going to have to fight and talk to her about. Just make sure that you're okay, and make sure you like talk to her and be like, look, I'm happy to do all this stuff, but like, you know, a little bit of validation maybe, like, because I don't.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm just confused because I'm just like, yeah, you're doing all the good stuff. You just need some sort of kind of validation. And it's weird to ask for validation when, you know, your partner is fucking going through it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I bet you they would trade positions in a heartbeat. You know what I mean?
100%.
So it's hard to ask for that, but also as like y'all are about to be parents together, y'all are in a relationship, that should be something that you're able to talk to. Again, not a dad. I don't know how that goes. But I feel like if this is your partner for life, this should be something that even if it does end up in a fight, y'all are able to talk freely about how y'all are feeling.
Yeah. I'm even okay with you going to Reddit and anonymously like airing out your thoughts. Like that's fine. I think that's okay. It's a type of therapy, I guess, for some people, you know what I mean? Writing it all down, gets their thoughts out. I'm okay with that.
Couples therapy would be great,
I would agree. Yeah. I think that's where it probably should go because yeah, I don't love her not showing you any sort of like
Gratitude, you know?
Yeah, like appreciation even as a partner for doing something for your partner. I mean, you shouldn't expect it every time, but just to be like, hey, I appreciate you doing this. And then I would also expect you to be like, I appreciate you going through this, as like having our child and going through this shit. So there's maybe just a disconnect. And yeah, I think some sort of therapy together might be good just to be able to safely communicate your thoughts and feelings in a safe space, because she is right. This is what you should do as a partner, but she also should, you know, also respect you as a partner.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Well, he had me in the first half, not gonna lie. I did feel some sort of sympathy from him in the beginning, but he did put a little bit of an edit to which Reddit flamed the fuck.
Oh, okay, so we didn't have access to the Reddit.
You just
let us fucking we're getting roasted, you bastard.
Sean went on for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Fuck me.
So on our subreddit, on our specific subreddit, the term HG, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like a medical.
Wells.
Who the hell is that? I don't know who that is.
An author.
Oh, sure. I don't read. So basically a lot of like, you know, the top comments on our subreddit, they did have a lot of like horror stories of like the experience that they felt in HG. So a lot of them are saying like, oh, they were hospitalized. It's basically like a really extreme form of like nausea. And I'm not trying to downplay that or anything, but it's a really bad situation.
Yeah, I figured it was that she was like not able to do anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like I figured it was bad.
So this is the edit. It was a very quick edit, but it kind of paints him in a...
All right. Well, we were wrong.
I take everything back.
Yeah.
You're a piece of shit.
So this is the edit that they put. According to reading more descriptions of HG, she doesn't actually have HG.
All right.
She just throws up every second or third day, feels nauseous, but can generally keep foods and liquids down. She's not in a medical emergency, and for my guess, she's doing just a bit worse than an average pregnancy. A lot of you here to destroy me in the comments section. All I can tell you this, I'm just human with real needs and feelings. You should double check your own beliefs, whether you hate men by default for some underlying reasons or something when you type mean shit to me. Yes, I'm not perfect and there are gaps in my knowledge, but that doesn't mean I'm fucking it all up. You make it out to be.
I forgot about the sex thing. I completely forgot about that part.
I did forget that he said that.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah. No, you're a piece of shit. I mean, she was diagnosed with that, so she clearly.
Yeah, it's crazy for the doctor to be like, she has HG, and then you'd be like, well, actually, I read a little bit more about HG, and I don't think she does.
I'm really, now questioning everything.
You must be anti-vax as well, unfortunately.
So,
I did my own research.
Yeah.
Desperate Pair 860 commented, she feels like death warmed over 24/7 and throws up all because you knocked her up. And you're complaining because she's cranky? Dude, seriously, F you. And this is like the top comment on the actual subreddit, I think, which is r/relationship advice. Saturn Soul commented, Your edit makes you seem worse. Projecting that your wife is faking it is loser behavior. Before the edit, I just thought you were overwhelmed, which would be fair. Which the reason why I kind of like held up on like saying something to you guys.
I also, again,
really wish you hadn't.
Yeah.
Really wish you hadn't.
And again, I forgot about the sex thing entirely. That also was a comment that
should have really told us.
Even if she wasn't going through all this, she's pregnant. It's her body. If she doesn't want to have sex with you, that's completely...
Even if she's not pregnant.
Well, exactly. Well, but I'm just saying, like, that's not something to complain about in this situation.
Yeah. But with the edit, you sound like an over-assuming jerk. Maybe don't minimize your wife's pain, which I completely 100% agree. I think we always say it, like, you know, the guy kind of has the easiest part in this scenario, but a lot of the things that you guys said, like on your commentary, I think it's valid, right? Like, partners want to feel valued. They do want some sort of validation, but
both ways.
Always, but I feel like, you know, you made an adult decision to create another life. Your wife is fulfilling her end of the bargain by, you know, carrying that baby. She's the one that's going through all the, you know, the physical changes, the chemical imbalances in her body. On top of that, she still got to push the baby out, and then she got to recover like physically, emotionally, mentally, all that stuff. So I'm not saying guys should just take it, because like I think guys have feelings too, which is kind of like what you guys are saying, but this is kind of his end of the bargain, you know, like a guy's responsibility to take care of his wife while she's going through all that shit.
Yeah, downplaying that to her is making sense why she's maybe not being
so that's probably why, like, not reciprocating as much for him, because he sounds like he's not a great person to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna double down on that couples therapy thing. That
for sure.
Yeah, be good.
We got one thing right.
Yeah.
The message was there, so I was like, "Go off, boys!" Like,
and people wonder why we never defend the men off the bat.
I mean, there's a lot of shitty dudes out there.
Well, I've been broken.
We all are.
I'm gonna side. I'm gonna side on the woman's side most stories until I'm proven wrong. So
it was funny, like listening into that episode where you guys were with Chris. He was just like, "You guys read this shit all day."
Yes,
I'm not deeply depressed.
I mean, sometimes it do be.
Sometimes.
Why we don't do "Oops, All Sad" often anymore.
Often, we used to do that shit a lot more.
Yeah, we got to do those midsummer. So I'm not.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of the next story, this one, hopping to the next story, is cross-posted by Josh's Go to hop into it.
Okay.
And I feel like this has been going on a lot in a lot of the stories that we've been reading lately, but we're going to be talking about work wives again.
Jesus. Oh, no.
And the title for this one, and this has multiple updates as well, so just giving you guys a heads up. Title for this one is, "My husband doesn't see how his work wife is trying to destroy our marriage."
Okay, guys.
If we've said it once,
you'd be surprised how many people were like, "I have a work wife or husband" in the comments.
Stop doing that, y'all.
If you're single and they're single, cool, whatever. That's your HR's problem. That's not my problem. But if either of you has a partner, and I just feel like, just call them your friend. You know what I mean? Like, I feel attaching wife or husband
connotates weird stuff. You're just inviting weird things.
Yeah,
to happen,
it's just,
man.
it doesn't go to a good spot.
Why don't you just avoid it?
Yeah,
it's so easy to just be like, "Yeah, my work friend,
my work bestie." You know what I mean? Like, that's much better, much safer.
If you're texting your work spouse good morning, stop.
Love you.
Stop doing that.
Bought you flowers.
Apparently, I learned that carnations are like the white ones.
Yeah,
it's supposed to mean, someone said it was death.
Oh, there was a bunch of different meanings. I'm sure it depends on where you're from.
Yeah,
different things.
It's all regional, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right, well, let's get into this story. So I, 31 female, am at my wit's end with my husband, 32 male, coworker Sarah, 30 female, and his complete inability to see what's happening.
Oh, he sees it.
Yeah.
I'm not usually one for Reddit, but I need to know if I'm going crazy here. Where do I even start? 3 years ago, my husband Mark started working with Sarah. At first, I tried to be welcoming. I invited her to our barbecues, including her in group outings, and genuinely tried to be friendly. Big mistake. She spent the entire time making backhanded comments about everything from my career. "Oh, you're just a yoga instructor? How peaceful." To my cooking. I guess not everyone can master basic seasoning.
Bitch. Wait. Why is he still friends with her after either of those comments?
Yeah. That was 3 years ago, right? So
that's
they kept
crazy.
Going. The real problem is that Mark thinks she's just being funny. Last month, she literally threw away the anniversary mug I gave him because it clashed with the office aesthetic.
Bro. Yeah, Mark knows. He's being dense on purpose. That's fucking crazy.
Because literally anybody else would be like, why the fuck are you throwing away my shit?
Yeah.
Get this, guys. When I got upset, Mark said I was being too sensitive and that Sarah just has high standards for office decor. It was a mug with our wedding photo on it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Mark might be also tossed in the trash.
Okay, some greatest hits from Sarah. She scheduled a mandatory work dinner on our anniversary. She convinced Mark not to take a promotion because it would mean working with a different team. She posts daily photos of them together with hashtags like #WorkPowerCouple and #WorkSpouse.
Daily.
Daily, bro. Daily.
Holy shit.
Sarah crazy, dog.
With those hashtags too? That's fucking insane.
She live, laugh, love up in that bitch.
Oh, yeah. Mark is a piece of shit.
Mark knows, dude. There's no way.
She tells everyone at their office that she takes better care of him than I do. She changed his coffee order and now tells everyone she trained him right. Bro. The worst part, my husband is completely blind to all of this.
No, he's not. He wants to fuck her if he's not already fucking her.
Yeah. That's where I'm going. I'm like, they're already sleeping together. That's crazy.
Yesterday, he actually told me about how Sarah said our new house, which we spent months searching for, was charming in a starter home kind of way. He repeated this while laughing. I tried to talk him about it, but Sarah has convinced him I'm just insecure. She's managed to insert herself into every aspect of our lives. They text constantly, even on weekends.
Good morning.
Bitch, I'm like, I don't know you on the weekend. She knows his schedule better than I do. And she rearranged his entire desk and office wardrobe because his style was too suburban husband. That's what he is. And last week, I suggested marriage counseling. He looked genuinely confused. He, of course, went and talked to Sarah about it, and I found out from another coworker that she's been telling people that Mark and I are going through a rough patch. And that she's
and Mark's dumbass.
And that she's just being a good friend by giving him someone to talk to. We weren't going through anything until she started this nonsense. The breaking point. I stopped by his office to surprise him with lunch. And it put, I know, but it was his birthday and Sarah was supposedly out sick. But guess who was there? Sarah. She'd miraculously recovered and bought him a cake that said, "To my work hubby," with a photo of them from the office holiday party. She saw me and said, "Oh, Amy, you came too. How nice. Mark, you didn't tell me your real wife was coming." On his birthday, bro. That's fucking crazy.
Bitch, I'm throwing that cake out with my mug.
I'm not crazy, right? This woman is trying to destroy my marriage while my husband stands there grinning like it's some big joke. What do I do?
Okay, sorry. Finish
it's just one more sentence left.
Go ahead.
What do I do? Divorce seems extreme, but I'm running out of options here.
It doesn't seem that extreme. That doesn't seem that crazy.
I will say you're crazy. You are downplaying Mark's involvement in this. Yeah. He is actively like emotionally cheating on you, at least if not physically.
He's belittling your feelings for 3 years.
Yeah. For someone
divorce this guy. That's
for
not
someone who should be
all.
a work acquaintance or friend. You know what I mean? Like at most, not texting all the fucking time on weekends and shit like that. Like
that's so weird.
Yeah. So
I get having work friends. I'm not that. I mean, like, we'll text about sports.
Yeah, sure. See the game
every
last
once
night?
in a while, but we're not. Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Try that once.
No, never.
I'm gonna text you guys tomorrow. Good morning.
I'm gonna put Josh.
We don't answer each other's texts. I remember when we were all in Houston, I tried texting y'all and you were like, keep it to Slack, brother. I was like, what are you doing? Disgusting. Dude, don't do that shit.
I'd answer your text, Sean. What are you talking about?
Both of y'all were like, Slack. Keep it on there.
We're across border. It might be extra fees. So.
That's true.
There are some comments, and then I'll go to the two updates. This is a quite lengthy story, guys. So, Anywhere Present 1998 commented, he loves the attention. That's why he's playing dumb. If he really is that dumb, she's got problems on top of problems.
Yeah.
And then Pierce Full commented, am I crazy to think that if he loves the attention to the point of emotionally hurting his wife to this degree, that she has bigger problems than him being stupid?
Yeah. Guys, he's not stupid.
Guys,
he
he's
knows
not
what
dumb.
he's doing.
He's doing.
He's not playing.
So
he's
that's
not dumb.
That's the only part where Opie was like, am I crazy? It's like, yeah, you're crazy for thinking this is just Sarah. He is contributing just as much.
And he's so oblivious.
Yeah,
He's not.
He's not.
He's not.
He shouldn't be. And he's downplaying your reaction to everything that's been going on. So
look, 3 years of you communicating like, hey, this person makes me feel uncomfortable. Him just being like, she's just a jokester.
Yeah.
What? What? Absolutely what?
What are you talking about?
And the fact that this motherfucker ain't putting no boundaries in their relationship, the weekend texting is wild. The fucking mandatory meeting during an anniversary, I would have been like, no, not doing that.
Yeah, there's no mandatory fun.
not even a mandatory meeting, mandatory dinner.
It was a mandatory dinner, and
That's
I'm
crazy.
using PTO then, bitch. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And pictures every day with those hashtags.
Every day is crazy.
The cake to my work hobby with their picture together on a cake, sharing it in people's office.
You're right, John. She should have thrown that away. Be like, this is fucking up the office decor. This is the aesthetic does not match.
All right, on to the first update. So before I talked to my husband, I decided to do some investigation. I started with his phone and read all the messages between him and Sarah. She badmouthed me a few times, and they put, he did nothing to defend me, but didn't engage either.
That's what I mean. Like, anyone talks shit about my partner, I'm not talking to you again. You know what I fucking mean?
As a matter of fact, I'll hit you up, be like, this is my location. Come on, let's go. Me and you.
On site.
On site.
In a video game.
I'm not very good at that. She was flirty. He wasn't really flirty back. They talked a lot, and he praised her frequently for her work ethic and intelligence. I didn't see anything about cheating. I checked his email. Nothing. I checked his work email. Nothing. I looked through our other devices. Nothing. I searched high and low for a second phone. Nothing. Everything I found was always dancing that line. Nothing was outright cheating, but here are the things I found that did hurt my feelings. Number 1. He has lunch with her, and only her, every day in the office. They don't really like anyone else, so they'll criticize other and say, let's talk more at lunch. They're serving XYZ today. He'd say things like, I'm sure if you were a wife, you would XYZ. He always kept it as a wife and not my wife, but it still upsets me. I would be pissed, bro.
Listen, he's still entertaining the flirting and stuff, and shit like that. Like, it's crossed the line in my opinion, I mean, many times.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah. three years ago.
I really think as soon as like you explain how uncomfortable it is the first time,
immediate.
Yeah.
What is he doing, dude?
Yeah, no second chances or none of that shit. Third, she admitted to breaking the mug on purpose. He didn't get upset with her, just said, yeah, the photo gifts are kind of corny.
Bitch.
And I confronted him. I laid it all out. And while he wasn't upset, he did try to brush things off. He said I was being sensitive and overreacting. I told him if we didn't have a real conversation about this, I would file for divorce.
Do it. Do it already.
Yeah. That got his attention, and he sat down with me. He admitted that at first he found it odd that Sarah was trying so hard. He saw her trying hard with all the men in the office, and the more attention she gave him, the more he enjoyed it, and the more he responded. The more attention she gave, until she just had her sights on him. He knew some of the other men were envious, and he liked that too. He admitted that eventually he just got in too deep. He said he knew it was wrong but had gotten addicted to the attention and didn't want her to move on to another man. So he indulged her sometimes at my expense. He said it was just nice to have two women in the two major parts of his life. stating that he knew we'd rarely see one another, so what was the harm? He reiterated that he would never ever physically cheated with her, but admitted it could be called an emotional affair. It was painful. I won't hide that. I mean, really painful, like I wasn't enough. I told him from this point on, he needed to stop communicating with Sarah and asked to be transferred or switch jobs altogether. Now, folks, I mean it when I tell you this. He lost his shit.
Bro, I would have served divorce papers after he said that shit. I wouldn't have even given him an ultimatum. I'd have been like, yeah, you just admitted that you've been for 3 years.
Cheating, yes.
I've been thinking you're just too dense to see these, but you've been planning this and strategizing the whole time. So yeah, I can't trust you. You know what I mean?
That whole speech, I was just thinking of New Girl again. You can't have 2 wives. You pick one. Why? I don't know.
Have you been rewatching New Girl, Sean?
No, it's just.
Oh, okay. You called it last week too.
I know.
The cookie one.
Oh, the gotcha cookie one? Yeah.
Gotcha cookie. Give me cookie, gotcha cookie.
He began raising his voice, saying things like he never cheated. It was all above board, and I couldn't control who he talked with at work. He called me a narcissist and a control freak. He told me I had no idea how hard it was, how much stress he had in the office, and that his personal relationship with Sarah helps a lot. Taking it away would just damage his mental health. It got so bad that I started crying. I couldn't take it anymore and decided to leave. I packed a small bag and called my mother-in-law, and she's the only family I have here. I gave her a rundown of what was going on, and she offered her home to me. I'm staying here and just hoping my husband calms down so we can revisit this. I want to work it out. I love him more than anything. I will try harder to answer comments on the post, and I will definitely update if something new happens. This has been very therapeutic and makes me feel less alone.
I don't think you should love him more than anything.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I was on divorce after she said she posted him every day.
The fact that he's like, what about my mental health while ignoring yours for 3 years is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I hope, the mother-in-law is on your side and kind of speaks some truth like, yeah, my son is fucking tripping. You need to get out of. Cause yeah, what the fuck? How is he more mad at you for saying like, I need you to get out of that than her for constantly talking shit about you for 3 years?
Yeah.
Not once did he get mad at her. Not once.
Like, go be with her then. That's what you want.
You've chosen already.
All right. Ready for the final update, boys?
Please.
No.
Final update goes as this. My husband came to my mother-in-law's house, and he knew I was there because I told him, and he said he wanted to talk. Some big things happened in such a short time. He wanted to explain. According to my husband, after I left, he started to reflect. He did call his mom, and they had a long talk, but I didn't know any of this. She asked him if he was happy with me, and he said yes, but it made him extremely happy. I was a good wife and a great partner. This is kind of what it all sunk into him, that he was being juvenile for wanting attention from another woman. I did ask him why he always brushed things off and never took action before. He said he couldn't explain it. It just felt good. He assured me he never wanted to sleep with her and never advanced things that way. It was just nice having someone around who was fawning over him like a fan. For those who said he didn't know what an emotional affair was and was just agreeing with me, you were right. He admitted he didn't really understand what an emotional affair was, but after looking it up,
he is lying. He is lying.
Major cap.
It's not that hard to fucking know that, guys. He agreed that's what it was, though unintentional.
No, he talked about how intentional he was. He's lying to you.
Yep.
Oh, brother.
He said he didn't want to lose his friend, so he just went along with a lot of what she did. He admitted he was deep into a fog, but me leaving and this conversation with his mom was the one thing that brought him out of it. He said he didn't want to fight. My husband is big on giving me my space, so when I left, he didn't chase after me because he thought it would be best for us to just cool down and think about this and hopefully come back and discuss it more rationally. He did reach out to Sarah. Though they didn't meet in person, they had a phone call. He told her they couldn't remain as close, that their out-of-office texts and calls need to stop, that he would get a replacement bug she wasn't to touch, and that they needed to cut back on their lunches. He wanted to handle this before talking to me to show he was serious. Sarah didn't take it well. She started berating me, saying I was forcing him to do this. My husband stopped her and said no. He was doing this because his marriage was important. He admitted letting things go too far, but clarified he had no romantic interest in her. He told her if she had feelings for him, she needed to distance herself immediately. Sarah ended up ruining their friendship herself. Though my husband was willing to maintain a more distant friendship, her comments about me and him, claiming she'd never want him and that everything she did was because she knew we weren't meant to be together and she was trying to open his eyes. He said he couldn't believe he'd never seen how vindictive and awful she was, and she was almost venomous. It didn't end well. After handling that situation, he came to see me, wanting to ensure I knew he understood and was taking the proper steps. He said we could do whatever I needed. I know some of you will say I'm wrong, that divorce is the only option because he had an emotional affair. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm not divorcing my husband. I told him we needed counseling for both of us, and yes, going through all of his devices, emails, and texts might have been extreme.
No.
He agreed it felt like a breach of privacy, but understood given the circumstances. I feel like you had all the reasons to fucking...
Also, you should just be able to have an open phone policy with your partner.
Agreed. I told him we both needed to work on things. As of right now, I guess you could say that we're separated. We're not staying in the same house. We're going to attend counseling. I don't want to just jump back into things with him. I don't want it to seem like it was okay to make me feel like I was a second option to ignore all those red flags and brush me off. This has to be worked on. I'm leaving his mother's house and staying with a friend. I'm not sure if anyone's going to want an update after this. Sorry, it's so anticlimactic. Sorry, it's typical. Oh, you just got back together. I mean, it is, but it isn't. I love my husband, and I know he loves me. I don't think everything is an end-all be-all. Yes, it's a terrible situation. Yes, he did a terrible thing, but I want my marriage to last, so we're giving it another go. I genuinely hope this is my last update, but if it's not, y'all will know. Thank you for all the messages, all the support, everything. It really has been a huge help.
I hope we're wrong, but I don't think we are.
It's like watching someone run into a burning building to try and save the guy that lit it on fire. Like, you can only say, no, don't go in there so many times and then just watch them go in. It's like, all right. I mean, maybe someone will put that fire out, but I don't have hopes. So you do you.
Yeah, I hope we're wrong, but I just feel like we're not.
We do often recommend couples therapy. He's done this for 3 years. He was so purposeful about all of this and then just lying to you and then snapping. It just, I hope for the best, but I'm not holding my breath.
Maybe we're just giving him too credit. Maybe he is that stupid.
I don't think so.
I just don't think so.
He admitted to it all, though. That's the thing where
he liked it.
Yeah, he said how purposeful his relationship was with her and that he liked
the attention for having two women. Yeah, he likes it when two women are fawning over his ass.
Like he described emotional cheating and an emotional affair exactly, and then went back and was like, I looked into it more.
That's actually
I don't think I did that actually. Hey, I thought you just defined it.
Yeah,
no, did you not?
So for me, it's just like
it feels bad. I do like that y'all are going to couples therapy. Hopefully that exposes everything you need to know. But yeah, Andrew, why put yourself through this?
And also, Sarah needs help. Go get your help, girl, because you are not a good person at this point.
Sarah is one of those people we've read about who's like, they're in a relationship, but I don't think they belong together.
Yeah,
it's like, okay,
who are you to say?
Well, that's not your choice.
Just main character syndrome hardcore.
Yeah.
You're like going for you need to check yourself. You're being a pick-me at this point. You're trying to hit on every single guy in your office just so you can latch on.
Also, what does that say about your husband? Everybody's rejected this girl.
You're only
all right.
Oh shit! But that is a story. Well, the amazing Underbaki section is going to be a short one, and I did a little bonus here. One of our WikiManiacs actually sent us a story on Discord. It's about one of their dreams about us. So
okay,
we'll be quick on the amazing Underbaki section because it is pretty short, and I'll hop onto that pretty quick before we go into the Patreon section. But the amazing Underbaki gave us cool or cringe.
The new game.
New game. All right. So basically, you just rate it. Is it cool or is it cringe? The first one, she put AI generated time travel photos So if you guys don't know what that is,
Cringe.
I'm going with that too. But to WikiManiacs who don't know what that is, Amazing Underbucky provided us some context. So they put recently some TikTok users may have come across accounts that appear to create point of view videos using AI. Sean's favorite. For example, at Time Traveler POV produces videos that let viewers experience significant moments in history, such as the 1941 World War II Blitz or the sinking of the Titanic. At first glance, these videos seems remarkably realistic. However, many commenters have pointed out typical AI flaws, like characters having extra fingers or blurry, glitchy scenes.
I haven't seen any of these.
Really?
Thank God.
I think I've seen one.
My algo is way to go, baby. No
I will say they are so AI generated that if anyone's believing that, then
that's on you.
You're going to believe anything. So like they are bad.
Oh, yeah. But basically, cool or cringe.
It's crazy because I had no idea what that was. AI generated cringe.
I agree with that. I think so. For me, I was like, these are funny. Like, because there's the one I've seen that was my favorite, and I'm saying this as I think they are cringe but funny. Like many things on TikTok, us included. It's the guy who started the Great Fire of London. And so he's like baking, and then you see the oven catch fire, and then the house catches fire, and he's just like very AI, just like, oh no, what have I done? So ridiculous. So yeah, they are cringe, but I find some of them entertaining, and I think it's like, as far as AI things go, it's like, could we be using resources better? For sure, but is it taking away from anything? Not really. It's just weird.
I hope I don't have this on my algo now that we've talked about.
I'm going to send you all of them.
Yeah,
Please
send it to him, Josh, so you can watch all of them.
I'm so happy not knowing what any of that is.
John just sends me Marvel rival things.
Or Canada things.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next one. The return of skinny jeans. So, to describe, despite Kendrick Lamar repping baggy pants at this year's Super Bowl, skinny jeans are indeed back in style. An article for the Who What Wear website notes the following about the trend. After years of increasingly voluminous, oversized denim dominating the landscape, the pendulum is swinging back towards a more streamlined silhouette, proving that fashion really is cyclical. So grab your eyeliner, Hot Topic tees, and your iPod because the trend is back for now.
I know Sean's answer.
I say this as someone that really loved skinny jeans. Baggy jeans are just so much more comfortable. And now that I'm more overweight than I've ever been, I just can't see myself getting back in those. But with all things fashion, truly, you do you. It's all about how it makes you feel when you wear it. So you know what? If it makes you feel cool, then cool.
Yeah, I stopped rocking skinny jeans when I stopped being skinny.
I will say a straight leg jean will always work.
I've graduated to an athletic taper. I do like that.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I would say even during skinny jean era, straight jeans were fine. During this baggy jean era, straight jeans are fine. Just, if you're a shop forever or like a buy once kind of person, straight jeans.
Guys. Yeah.
I will say though, my fashion hasn't changed since probably like my last year of high school. I've always been like a hoodie, plain shirt, barely jeans, depending on the weather, and just sneakers type of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minimal will always work. You know?
Yeah. You always fit in anywhere.
Lengths always look good.
Anyway.
Funny story about this too, because like, as when we stay at like hotels, a little in the bougier end, Julia, I always look bummy when I go out. And she was like, she's always dressed. I'm always looking like this. Like, hey, people, when they like walk at you, they probably think you have the biggest net worth in this room because like you're not.
You are low-key looking a little like Zuckerberg right now with that chain and the black shirt.
Damn. That's the worst thing you've ever seen.
How could you say that about me? But I just like, like you try not to like show anything off. So like they probably think you probably have more money. I'm like, which is funny because I'm the brokest in this room.
I mean, the first time I went to a fancy restaurant, I was dressed up and then everybody else was fucking in shorts and shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. At least in Houston, that's how it is.
Interesting.
It was It's just no restaurant is like truly dress code. It's rich people dress however they want. So dude.
I fucking hate dressing up, bro. Like, I hate that shit, man. It's too hot. All right. I did promise tell a story about like a WikiManiacs dream. And I'm gonna have to say sorry in advance, Josh. You didn't make the cut in the dream.
Classic.
And they did put that in the end. So just giving you a heads up. But this is from Mandalorian from our Discord sharing a story about their dream. So they put,
this could work out in your benefit, Josh, that you're not included in this.
They explain why. So I had the weirdest dream.
If you guys are kissing and I'm not, I'm going to be mad.
I hope it's way
more. So I had the weirdest dream last night. The kind that sticks with you and makes you question your subconscious. Is this where it's going? I was at some sort of a convention, just wandering around when I spotted Sean from Reddit on Wiki. Naturally, I got a little starstruck, but tried to play it cool. Sean is a celebrity, guys. So
I've only been noticed once in public.
He's just a goddamn celebrity.
He was probably just as starstruck.
Yeah, I was like, this is insane. This is crazy. Thank you.
Anyway, nature called. So I hit up the public bathroom. It was co-ed, which was...
John was in there.
I was there butt naked, Mandalorian, which was already chaotic and energy. But I just had to pee. Simple mission, right? Wrong. The universe, or at least my dream logic, had other plans. I flush, and suddenly the toilet decides to betray me. Out of nowhere, poop, and not mine, starts creeping up into the bowl. It's like the plumbing gods were punishing me for something I didn't do. I try everything. Flush, jiggle a handle, panic push, random buttons that don't exist in real life. The toilet just keeps filling.
Okay, this is disgusting of me. If this was a public restroom and this happened to me in real life, I think I would just run. I don't think I would try to fix anything. I would just get out.
Especially if it's not your poop.
Yeah. Okay. The toilet just keeps filling with more poop.
Jesus.
Defeated, I decided to abandon the crime scene, which is what Sean would do. But as I open the stall door, boom, there's Sean waiting for that stall. Panic sets in. Do I explain? Overshare? Plead my innocence? My brain is screaming. It wasn't me, I swear, on all three WikiManiacs. But all that comes out is a shaky, you don't want to go in there. I book it out of there, mortified. Later, I'm walking through the crowded hall, trying to shake off the bathroom trauma, when I realize Sean and John are now walking right next to me. And despite my lingering shame, I seize the moment. I introduce myself, tell them how much I love the podcast, and they're both super nice. Total legends. But the entire time, there's this voice in my head screaming, he thinks you clogged the toilet. All he sees is poo when he looks at you. So if I ever meet the boys for real, I fully expect to carry residual embarrassment from this dream. Thanks, brain. Oh, and sorry, Josh, you didn't make the cut this time. I guess Dream Logistics says Canada was too far away.
That's fair.
That's fair. John and I do live in the same state. So
and we actually did talk about possibly going to a convention together this year.
That is true. That is true.
I don't know if it was on camera. So
no, it was on camera. So were you listening to our conversation, Mandalorian?
I will say, if you go to that convention, there's a chance this becomes a reality minus the poop. Hopefully minus the poop.
I was probably, you know what? It was probably me that clogged that shit because I was pooping butt naked.
And
that's why Sean, when he opened the door, it was him because we probably went kind of the same time and I set him up.
That makes sense.
I'm just saying.
Damn.
Or that was Josh sending his poop, but it has tariffs. So like
Josh was in the story. It was just his poop.
He was the shit.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
You're the shit, Josh.
It's a compliment.
Josh. Okay.
You're the shit, brother.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I take it that way, but appreciate it.
He's putting flesh right now. All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode. Guys, if you're not a patron, I got to tell you, that's got to be one of the funniest shit.
You should sign up to be a patron.
Oh, my God.
You learn about John's sex life and
not like that.
And my catchphrase.
God.
It's not really about my sex life. This is what I want to do. You know?
John's future sex life.
His fantasy sex life.
But before we close it off, boys, any messages, reviews, or anything that you'd like to read?
Okay. I don't know if we have enough time for this. I brought it up last week. Barefoot Carosa worked with other members on our Discord to make a Not Like Us remix full of Row things.
What?
That's awesome.
I don't even know if we could play the beat. I feel like we would get our video taken down.
Yeah, probably.
I could do my best to rap this. I can't promise it'll be good.
I want to hear it.
All right, let's write down what Barefoot Conrosa wrote. Hi, everyone. I'm really excited to share this with all of you, and I especially want to thank everyone in the Discord chat who helped share their favorite Row references from the show when I needed some inspiration for the surprise I promised them. I tried my best to include as many references and bits as possible in this for you guys, and I'm sorry I couldn't get them all.
It's too bad that they hate the goat sound because I would be playing it.
So in honor of the Chiefs losing and Kendrick's amazing Super Bowl performance, which might make this Sean's favorite Super Bowl ever, I threw a Not Like Us remix together for you guys. Hopefully, everyone will enjoy this and knows that this isn't a diss track towards anyone. This was made with love and was an attempt to be funny. I'm also sorry in advance. Sean, some of these lines are reaches trying to make this work, but I know you got this. Sean, I'm also hoping you're ready to be a little unhinged and animated with Kendrick here because this is where I peak. I'm also going to need Josh to start dancing like Serena Williams at the Super Bowl. Okay. And John, you get to be Drake because you keep yelling at Josh to press the GOAT button spitefully against me.
So it sounds like it's a diss track to John.
So love to you.
Do we have beef, Barefoot Conrosa?
Or you hate me, John. I think it's hilarious. There you go.
I'm going to go harder for that fucking GOAT button next time. I might make extra noises just for you, Barefoot Conrosa. You want to... Ooh.
Beef. Love to you all, the Barefoot Conrosa. Okay, Josh starts playing Kendrick Not Like Us as Sean begins Not Like Row. I don't think we're legally allowed to do so. So we're going to sit here awkwardly and rap this a cappella. No
Sometimes beat. I got to pop off and show WikiManiacs.
WikiManiacs, I apologize in advance. In addition to Midscore apologizing because one, I'm not a rapper. Two, I haven't memorized these lyrics, so I'm reading it as the beat goes. So this could be very terrible, but maybe that's even better for you. I don't know.
True freestyle.
Here we go. Psst, I see defiled coconuts. Midscore on the beat. Oh, hey. Midscore on the beat. Oh, Dr. Effie, any Venmo goat, but not free though. Giant dine. Call Mama Lynn, tell him breathe road. Nail a nut allergy to a cross. They walk around like Ringo. What's up with these jabroni ass pores trying to see Patreon? The other podcasts hate us. Fuck them kids. They ain't Ogtha. How many buttons you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this goat button. John, keep watching. Beat your ass behind the poop knife. If God, let me get over it. Oh, this is so bad. I'm so sorry. I'm finna pass on this goat button. John, keep chopping. Beat your ass and hide the poop knife if God watching. Sometimes you gotta take a long look in the mirror, buddy. Certified WikiManiacs with the one who upped the mid-score on him. Walk him down whole time. I know Sean got some good intro on him. Pineapple, watermelon, bully some row on him. Say incels. I hear you like him young. You better not end up with a Sean Law 1. To any listener who Venmo Sean, they in love. Just make sure you hide your little wallet from him. They tell me Josh is the only one who don't believe in God. Add a little shrimp on the bobby. I'm luring it up with Rebecca now. Under Baki got a segment. Why isn't she around? Certified rich, certified Venmo file. Wop, 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 wop. Patreon them up. Wop, 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 wop. Shut your old ass up. Oh. Why are you trolling like a nice guy? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably decorum. Damn. They not like row. They not like row. They not like row. Today I fucked up. Today I fucked up. Today I fucked up. Does this guy fuck? Does this guy fuck? Does this guy fuck? They not like row. Does this guy fuck? Today I fucked up. Now let me hear you say Ogtha.
Ogtha.
Holy moly, I'm crying. That was hard to do. That was really hard. But
yeah.
that was fucking sick. Good job, WikiManiacs. Good job. Thank you for organizing that, Barefoot Conrosa. Sorry I cried halfway through that song. It's hard to rap.
That was
the pressure.
Sick. You did way better than I could ever do. So
amazing.
Damn, that was super cool.
What can we say about it? Y'all are lyrical.
Y'all are good.
I got tired from dancing. Holy shit.
So did I. I
apologize if I butchered any of the lyrics, guys. I was trying my best. That was hard to do.
Where'd they send that to you? I kind of want to see the lyrics now.
I got it. It's on our. It's on that row thing where we share our stories.
Oh shit! All right.
It's in the Venmos.
And I know you guys couldn't see my feet, but I was crip walking the whole time.
Whoa. Also, it's probably better that they couldn't.
Yeah, it was better. You could just see my upper half.
Yeah,
for sure. But hell yeah. Thank you, Barefoot Conrosa, for putting that together. Thank you for everyone who contributed to that. That's amazing. Crazy. I never thought I'd be in a Kendrick song.
Can't believe there ever be songs about us. Holy shit.
That Harney AI. That's great.
Oh, God.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't have much to follow. I mean, I was going to do merch messages, but I can't follow that up.
I mean, it's just hard to do that. I don't even have an outro anymore. Like, we should start playing that. I feel like Sean needs an encore just to fucking cut us off.
Defiled coconuts on the beat, yo.
I guess see you guys on Friday.
Hell yeah. We'll go.
They not like Ro. Bye.
They
Later.
not like us. Bye.
Get therapy.